What are you doing?
You're not using these shots enough. Okay, my champs, if you feel like you're hitting the ball well, you're playing so well, but you're not winning matches, it could be because you're not using these shots enough. I'm going to show you some shots, even on the serve, that you are forgetting about that could make the difference between winning and losing. Stay tuned. So number one is, most players, they really want to hit the ball flat and hard. It feels good, it looks good, but it's not as effective as the heavy topspin. All right, I'm using the slinger ball machine, so I'm just waiting for it to start. So what many players do is, they think they're playing well, and they probably are hitting a good ball. Oh, there's the first one. But they're hitting it flat all the time. You see, that looks good. It looks good, it looks nice. The flat, hard one. Set. Flat, hard one looks good, but it's not nearly as effective as this. Look at that. Heavy and deep. So what's happening is, that player now has to move back. When you hit heavy, there we go. Heavy and deep. There we go. Show you one more, two more forehands. That's way more effective than this one. Don't fall into the trap of trying to hit flat all the time. 100% there's a time for the flat ball, especially if the opponent doesn't like the flat ball. But if you're going 8, 9 out of 10 balls flat, it's not really effective. It's in the opponent's hitting zone and they just can enjoy it. Make sure, think Nadal, think Djokovic, think most players hitting the ball heavy, high, deep. Wait for the right ball before you flatten it out. Let's move on. Number two, guys, consider when you're in a cross-court rally with your opponent, consider not just staying with the normal cross-court shot. You have to mix it up with the angle. So the number two shot you're not using enough is the angle. Look at what Djokovic does, especially when he's trying to break the confidence, when he's trying to open up the court. You must use the angle. Let me show you the difference. So here's the cross-court shot. Nothing wrong with it in the rally. So I'm going to show you why you want to mix it up. So here's the normal cross court. Nothing wrong with that. Opponent doesn't have to move too much. Okay, but consider this. Use that angle. Just look at where the ball goes and look at how much more the opponent has to move. There we go. Pull him out. Pull him out. There we go. And then you go back to normal cross court. Make sure you mix it up with the angle. There we go. You must use the angle more often. There. There we go. There we go. So 100% you can't hit every ball angle. It's a bit too risky. But when you're in a cross-court rally, your opponent is rallying with you here, cross-court. When you do mix up with the angle, which all of us don't use enough, it's obvious. Now he has to move here. If you hit a good angle, you've got the court open, you have options. Go to the open court, go behind his back. So shot number two, you need to use more, is your angle. Next shot is the slice, but not just a normal slice, different way to use it. Federer also does this a lot. Before I show you what to do, reminder, subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support. Reminder, grab my ebook. It's helping so many people around the world. I became very vulnerable in that ebook. Everything I did right, everything I did wrong, all the crazy things I did, all the beautiful things I did. It will change your career, it will change your life. Get it? First thing is, if you have a good slice, brilliant. Nothing wrong with a deep, low slice. But you must consider, if your opponent's getting used to it, use the shorter slice. It's not really a drop shot, but it's a shorter low one, which means they have to run forward and pick it up. So here's the normal slice, very, very effective. So if you like this slice, nice and deep, nothing wrong with that. On that note, I got many videos on the slice. Just search my YouTube. Now instead of just going deep, consider using this one. A little bit shorter and low. So it's not a drop shot, but it's a very, very uncomfortable shot for your opponent to retrieve. Oh, there we go. And it's a little bit easier. It takes less effort and it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent to do something with it. So here's the deep one, a little bit more through the court, and then mix it up with the shorter, especially cross court. Also not a bad idea to go forward on the low short one. And then wait for the volley. Boom. So guys, there are many shots that you're not using that you could use by just mixing up the shot you already have, which could help you win more matches. I'm going to show you one on the serve. Might sound very basic, but so many players have a good slice serve, they have a good flat serve, but they simply don't use the body serve enough, which is so effective. Let me show you. Okay guys, let me show you the slice serve first, then the flat serve, and then the body serve. So there's a common thread with all these shots I'm showing you, is that you're actually taking pace off the shot, and it's slightly easier to hit the shot that you don't usually hit. So it's like a win-win. It's a bit easier to hit, and at the same time it's more effective because you're changing it up. Players have the good slice serve, including myself with one of my favorite serves, slice serve out wide. So it's a bit more risky because you have to get it close to the line. One more. There we go, pulling the opponent out. It really works wonders. And then the flat serve, down the tee, even a bit more risky. That one was a bit too much to the middle. Oh yes, that's the one. One more. Oh! Hope you saw that. So here's the beauty of the body serve. No one likes it because they're hitting 90% of the shots wide, so they're used to backhand. All of a sudden when it comes in the body, you might catch them looking for backhand, or you might catch them not getting out the way for a forehand. And the beautiful thing is you take pace off and you add slice, so it's easy to get in. Why do you add slice? You add slice so it pulls into the opponent's body. Okay, so you're not using this serve enough. Let me show you. I missed it. Was in, but it was too much to the guy's forehand, so it has to start on the backhand and then pull into the body. That's the one. Very uncomfortable serve for them. That's the one. The guy or the girl, excuse me. Boom. So I can probably get that in 90% of the time because it's less space, less slice on it. And use it under pressure. Use it when you want to mix it up. Use it when you want to make them feel uncomfortable. Thank you for subscribing and grab my ebook. I love you guys. Boom.